Welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom, this is Starting saying. And last time, well, we found out that we went to go test a game simulation and found out it was a trap. So now we're trapped inside the kingdom simulation and must now play through the game as Yugi / Atem / Yami. I'm probably gonna end up mixing up all these names all around. Pretty sure. Anyway, we assembled up our teams last time. Things good, so we're gonna get started. And the little time wizard's gonna be our nice little bouncing around friend. And this is the part that makes this different from any other Yu-Gi-Oh game. It's a one-of-a-kind type of game. So, at least not everybody's at the enemy base, but we need to take over that position over there. So we need to take place from Jakkud. And we need to liberate all the villages. So no, wait, we're in Jakkud. And we need to basically send our teams over. Now, we win if we free Makad. We lose if Yugi's team is wiped out. Or Jakkud falls to the enemy. So, you need to be careful. If Yugi loses all 3 of his monsters, that's basically a wipe. Basically, when you lose all 3 of your monster units, it is a wipeout. Yugi's team cannot do that, or it forces a loss condition. So, pressing R will get us to this nice little quick view menu, which I love. We're gonna send Shimon over here. With Yugi, however, we're gonna go back to 3D mode. And we're gonna go over here. There's something over here might want to grab onto. Just for a little bit of something for Yugi to do. And you do have a time limit and a clock. But you're not going to be too worried about your time limit. I've never even gotten close to the danger of a time limit. So we got some more gold, but coming across here with Yugi will come with us up against a wild monster. It is known as Silver Fang, which is a wolf monster. And now, first of all, pressing the D-pad will let you change the camera view. But now we're in battle against this monster known as Silver Wolf. He is by himself, which makes it a pretty easy target. You can attack. If you have a special, you can press Z. It'll let you know a little bit about the monster. But here is Silver Fang, which is a wolf monster, which is nice. It'll also let you tell you if they have any items or anything. But now your monsters will move in turns, and this makes it a bit of an RPG logic, because they have hit points. The stars represent their action points. Once they run out of action points, they can no longer make a move. Attacking takes 1 action point, specials take 2. Escaping will take all your action points. And defense will take, if I recall right, 2. And waiting is a free action. You're just going to wait your turn to do anything. But to attacking, pressing A, and you will have Y and X targets, but right now we only have A targets. And to do minimal damage, Kariba will do. Right now the damage is going to look pretty minuscule. But Celtic Guardian's going to be dealing a lot of damage. But right now, we're just going to attack. The tactics are really going to show itself later on. And yes, you can occasionally miss. And also, if you press start, you'll see a score display where you can see who's winning. Because if you do not defeat all the monsters on the team, then it goes by score. And usually you'll get your scores by the damage you do. If you miss, your opponent gets like 100 or 200, I can't remember. Defeating a monster gives you 1,000 points. But, like I said, if the whole team is not defeated at the end of the battle, it'll go by whose score it is. So you might want to make sure to check periodically on what your score is. And waiting will subtract about 50 points. And sometimes you can get critical hits. Actually, that was convenient. But at the end of this, we win by about 800, and we all get experience points. But since we won that encounter, Silverfang will join us. But now we need to move Yugi back to the home base. Moving your units, Shima I'm going to send over across. But sending your units back to home base will help them recover their HP. So, it's also very nice to let them get some rest. Now, I know some of this stuff is going to be very boring when we get to the middle part and end part of it. So, to keep things pretty interesting, I'm also going to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime as I go through it. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game lore. Because, well, we're in different things. But Yugi, I might as well talk a little bit about Yugi while we're waiting around for Yugi to recover up his health. Yugi actually has quite a legacy to him because even in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, he's revered as a legend, and even his deck gets put on a display and on tour. Then, let's see, he also basically puts a confident successor in a kid named Jaden Yuki. And even at the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, he manages to actually take on his idol, Yugi, in the final 2 episodes, but the anime left it at no conclusion onto who actually was the winner of that. But it did leave a very good, how do I say this? But it did cause quite a bit of a legacy and stuff. And Yugi's successors all have the YU, the U part, somewhere in their name. Usually they're first. The exception is, of course, Jaden Yuki, where the U part is in his last name. But then comes Yusei Fudo, and then Yuma, who I can't even remember the kid's last name because I don't watch Zeal. But now it's time to really get into things with the boss battles since I gave you some filler. And it's just telling you, you know, careful of all the stuff you do and stuff. There we go. Basically, flipping over to the opponent's teams, we got a Larva Moth, a Hitatsume Giant, and a Zaregon. Now we're getting more into the team battle, where you really need to figure out, who do I attack first? You might want to get rid of the middle one. It's really up to you how you want to do it. Me personally, I usually try to take care of the one who is going to hurt the most. Oh, guarding takes one, okay. As you can see, they can hurt a little. I love the music in this game, too. Oh, that didn't hurt. That was a little unpleasant. Right now, we're not winning because criticals... Because of that critical, gives an extra bonus. Might be able to turn it around if we can defeat... Because mine is the Hitatsume Giant. Oh, that's another critical. Oh. Really getting unlucky. Like I said, if we can defeat this monster, then a possibility we may still be able to win it. Nope, not a whole lot. Unfortunately, we lose here. And in a loss, yes, the monster get the experience, but it is not, and now we're dazed for a couple of seconds. But the marshal does not get experience with the loss. The monsters will, but the marshal will not. But we'll continue to do our confrontation. Right now we don't have anything to recover health with. Well, that miss is definitely going to help us. That's a 500 point bonus. Oh, second critical. Now we're definitely getting things going. We're definitely going to be winning this one. Unless, you know, someone gets completely wiped out. But these monsters are relatively weak. Luckily, with the guarding, that's a miss. A second miss. There we go. It's not going to do a whole lot. But this should be a guaranteed win. And a level up for Zombie Warrior and Beaver Warrior. But since we're not dizzy, we're going to be continuing to charge back. We do get pushed, units get pushed back from the conflict. not the best way to start, but... But we need to just nail on the damage. And the fact that it's going to be 3 against 1 will very likely give the advantage to us. Seeing as how this guy is already almost down. And we're about even now. Should go down with this. Yep. With a critical too. There's an incomplete annihilation. And now the other 2 people level up, which is nice. We can continue to keep Shimon on his charge. Might as well to do as much damage as we can. Since if he gets wiped out, he'll just recover back at the main base. Unfortunately, you're the only one left, dude. And I love this music. So welcome to the first boss of the game. You'll have a swordsman from a foreign land, black land fire dragon, and basic insect. You really want to get rid of the Blackland Fire Dragon. The other 2 are relatively weak monsters, but Blackland Fire Dragon is not. And we've already lost a monster, just too much. We're trying to deal as much damage as we can. But you see, 2 action points, it's not going to be doing a whole lot, since that's all it's going to do. We want to pile on as much damage as we can to get this guy out. But yeah, they're going to be preying on all of us. But we're somehow still leading this. We still somehow won this conflict. We won the conflict by about 200. Some of these will get pretty close. He is going to recover some HP on his Blackland Fire Dragon. But now with 2 people pretty close to him, gonna get pretty interesting. We want to at least get Blackland Fire Dragon out. Not quite there. Zombie Warrior's still there. We need him to just... Alright. Blackland Fire Dragon is out. Since you're guarding, we're gonna go after the insect and get some damage on it. And there's the end of Zombie Warrior. Like I said, we're gonna just rack some damage on here. We're making things much easier for Yugi. And we don't need to worry about Shimon. We can just head back over here since we can leave it to you, or whoever. Because with a full team, full, very healthy team, we'll definitely easily take care of these two. Actually, we'll take care of them. We're going to take care of the basic insect first. Man, I love the music. And I don't know if we can... I don't think we'll be able to completely get this guy in one turn. Depends on how much damage Celtic Guardian can deal out. Probably not enough. Not enough to totally get him, but we're definitely coming back for a round 2. Definitely going back for round 2, so don't worry your head too much. This is probably going to be the last battle right here. Hate that I have to adjust the camera every time, but... Did I miss? Yeah, I missed. Not that it matters, we're going to be able to kill this guy unless we miss almost everything. Lives with 13, wow. The Celtic Guardian's got this. Yeah.
Don't mind me. I don't know what that right now.
And it is a very good Splendid versus Victory. Nice. And Jake just walked in. I think he had a very nice long walk.
I sure did. Be doing it tomorrow too.
Yeah. But basically, we also get Blackland Fire Dragon for doing this.
Dragon.
And then we get a few very good... Blue medicines are nice. The Monster Reborn is excellent to have.
Yes.
And now Chapter 2, Fury of the Empire. Since we took back first part of... trying to think. First part of the island. We're gonna... Since, you know, the capital's confused... We're gonna, you know, free a big part of the south. Since Makad was very good at strengthening. Yeah. While morale is high, we'll start causing more trouble. But the general is definitely pretty good and dangerous for the area. Yes. So we can equip items to our monsters. And we can't change them, but there are very useful items. So we are still forced to bring just Yugi and Shimon, but we're going to edit up Yugi's... No, not Yugi's... Edit... Karibo is going to get replaced by... We're gonna give him Blackland Fire Dragon, who did convert back to level 1, but that is okay. We're gonna give Feral Limp a blue medicine. We're gonna give Blackland Fire Dragon a blue medicine, and we're gonna give Celtic Guardian the Monster Reborn. Yugi's gonna get all the items because he's top priority, because if he falls, we lose. Now to Shimon here, we're gonna get rid of his Shadow Spectre for Silverfang. So his team's a little nicer. But we're going to start Chapter 2 in the next episode. So next time on Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. Well, actually, that's what we're going to do. See you guys then.